In this episode, we're talking about how to use video for lead nurturing. Most leads that you generate from typical advertising are ice cold. So is there a better way? What can you do to warm these up and really nurture them, to build a relationship with them, to give them a much better experience, and to make it much more likely that when you have a conversation with them, they're going to purchase from you? This really is possible. In fact, I produce over 60 different YouTube channels that follow a strategy that really nurtures these leads in a way that it generates referral quality leads. So let's dive right in. Let's look at some misconceptions or some myths about lead nurturing. Myth number one, lead nurturing only happens through email sequences or sales calls. Okay, email is actually a great way to nurture leads. We're going to talk about building a relationship in a different way. So let me separate nurturing into two parts. You're staying top of mind, that can be considering nurturing, or you're building a relationship. That's a really good type of nurturing that makes leads better quality. So staying top of mind is very important. I love email marketing for that, for staying top of mind. But the part that I'm really excited to talk to you about is how to generate new leads and build relationships with new people to really nurture them, to build and nurture that relationship of trust. And now to address that part about sales calls being good for nurturing, I mean, any one-on-one interaction you have with somebody hopefully is a nurturing experience. It strengthens your relationship, but you want to do the nurturing part and the relationship building part long before that sales call. Once someone becomes a lead, video isn't necessary anymore. That's an interesting thought, because if video does such a good job of nurturing or building a relationship or answering their questions, once they become a lead, wouldn't video then be the best way to help move them along the process to becoming a client? Or what about keeping them a happy client? Like, video is amazing. So I believe that's a myth. Nurturing should be fast. Just push the prospect toward a close. So I don't know how nurturing applies to that topic. I used to be sales trained, where I would go door to door sales, and we learned the scripting of exactly what to say. So here's an example. If they would give me the concern or the objection, we need to think about it. We want to take some time to discuss this before we buy. Instead of me saying, okay, and leaving, I would leave my bag there in front of them, but I would say, all right, that makes sense. I do want you guys to take some time to talk about it. I'm going to go sit on the front porch. You guys can have that conversation, and when you're ready, come and get me. And I would just get up and leave. So it's called the walkout close, and it actually worked. A lot of times people would come and get me, and they would be able to discuss things without me there and convince each other to buy. All right, that type of hard sales, I don't do. Okay, I teach, I educate, I nurture, I build a relationship. And when people come and have a conversation with me and they're talking about my services, I don't twist their arm. I don't make them make a quick decision. So that's just my preference. You might have more of a preference toward the sales side of things. I guess I've just found a strategy where I don't have to be pushy like that. I know how to nurture them and really build a relationship of trust before I even have a conversation with them. And I'm a person who doesn't like buyer's remorse. I want people to stick with me long term, and I don't want to deal with cancellations or anything like that. So I filter in the right people, I nurture them and build that relationship on autopilot. So when I'm having a conversation with them, if my solution is a fit, if it's really going to help them achieve their goals, then I let them know what programs I offer and they decide yes or no. I want to talk about the value of search traffic. So leads that are coming to you from search, specifically YouTube search or Google search or even ChatGPT research. So leads that are coming to you from those resources are such high quality leads. These are very warm leads. It's like they were referred to you by a trusted friend. So compare that type of a lead with traditional advertising, where you're doing banner advertising or doing Facebook ads, or you're doing paid ads on YouTube to put your ads or promos in front of people. You're interrupting them and they don't like it. They put up their defenses, right? And if you do generate a lead this way and you're having a conversation, they're very skeptical. They're not very qualified. And it's a very low percentage of those people that will actually buy your services. So that's why so many people, when they learn how to better nurture these leads and build that relationship with them, they never go back to the previous form of advertising. Now, another thing that I love about this strategy is I can create one nurturing video and put it on YouTube, and it lasts for years. So once I've posted it, I don't have to do anything else. I can create a second one and put that on YouTube. I can create 10 more and put those on YouTube, and they're going to last for years. So over the years, my clients generate hundreds and hundreds of these videos, and that's why they're getting search traffic of like 50,000 views a month or 100,000 views a month from search traffic. I was talking to my client Jason Schroeder the other day. He's a consultant for the construction industry. Because of this YouTube campaign that we've done of creating this how-to content that builds relationships with people, his exact words to me are, "Nate, I have more leads than I can handle." And when you look at the comments on his YouTube videos, people love him and the content that he's creating. One side note that I want to share is to talk about the value of a webinar. So if videos can do a really good job of nurturing people and building a relationship prior to that one-on-one conversation, imagine what an hour-long webinar could do. I found it to be so effective. I mean, the things that I do, the services that I offer, there's an educational component. People really do need to understand my strategy. And so I can teach them a lot of that strategy in a video. And it's even better if they watch multiple videos, which is very common. But if I can invite somebody to a webinar and they can spend an hour with me and I can take them through every step of my entire strategy, when I have a one-on-one conversation on Zoom with those people, they're already sold on the strategy. They want to implement it. They see how effective it can be for their business. And so I get to talk to them all about their business and what proper expectations are for them and their business. What they want to know is, what does it look like to work with me? So that's a very powerful way to nurture. Begin with YouTube, generate leads, get them on a webinar, and have a conversation. Now, what about concerns or objections? Now, just yesterday I was having a conversation with Dan Good. He's a ghostwriter, and he does a really good job of ghostwriting authors' books. And he's been having a lot of conversations from the YouTube content that he's been creating. What he shared with me yesterday is he finds himself answering the same objections and addressing the same concerns over and over on these sales calls. And what he's recognized is that he needs to put more of these answers to the objections in his videos and in things like a webinar. If people can see those things ahead of time, then when he's talking with them, he won't have to take time overcoming those objections. They will already be overcome. If your goal is lead generation and you want to generate the best quality of leads, the one thing that I encourage you not to do is to focus on going viral. Did you know that having a video go viral on your YouTube channel can really hurt your business? I know that's counterintuitive. That's not what everyone else is telling you, but I don't want your videos to go viral. I've made another video to explain and show you what can happen. So click on this video right here. It's called Why Viral Videos Can Really Hurt Your Business. Go watch that video next.